was happening in Rakhine State, perpetrated against the Muslims, was far more serious than the flashes that we would see across our television screens on the news that would in the last 2 minutes. It's injustice to what was happening. And I had the opportunity to hear firsthand from the women who would tell me that their babies were snatched from their arms and thrown in fires. I saw the men who shared that their wives were raped right in front of them as they stood by helplessly. For no reason other than the fact that they are born different from those who killed and raped and named them, because they're Muslim. It really affected me, and it reminded me of the work that I did in the past. And I realized how much more help these Rohingyas needed. And I thought about our experiences in my own country, having lived for over 2 decades under a dictatorship, and knowing that had the world stood strong and condemned what was going on in my own country, we wouldn't have lived through 2 decades of that dictatorship, where mothers were raped, where their sons were disappeared, where their husbands were summarily executed with impunity. And that affected us and my generation in my own country. And we felt that if there was a voice that spoke for us, perhaps some lives would have been saved. And when I saw these refugees and heard their stories, I thought there must be a voice out there. If we do not speak in condemnation of these atrocities for others, we will only subject them to the same fate that we went through in my own country. Not that the crimes were comparable. Not that the crimes were comparable. What was happening in Myanmar was far worse than what we have lived through. And an even better reason why that voice needed to be loudest. And that is why we thought we will go to the world's highest court at the top of the judicial mountain and shout loudly, so loud that the world will no longer ignore the plight of the Rohingya. I know that the case is not going to magically improve the lives of those in the refugee camps and those who are still exposed, but it will certainly make Myanmar think again about what they will do, because they will know that the world's eyes is on them. The decision by the court to grant provisional measures is very welcome. I think it's a triumph of international justice and the rule of law. But it's just the first step. We still have some way to go. And I will ask all of you in this room to do all you can and to reach out to your friends, to your connections in governments around the world, to continue to support this cause, because it is important. When I watched the television screens and I saw the Rohingyas at the camps chanting Gambia, Gambia, I didn't realize how much more serious this was for me and for my country. It gave me goosebumps. And I actually said, oh my God, what have I got myself into now? But we needed to. We needed to. We can never bring back the dead. We can never console that woman whose child was snatched from her and thrown into the fire. We can never reverse the sexual violence, the tortures that have been perpetrated against the victims. But we can save the rest who are still alive and give them an opportunity to live freely, in dignity and respect in their own country. we can make sure that Rohingya children have the opportunity, like all of us had as kids, to grow up and dream of becoming the lawyers and the doctors and the scientists, and why not? It is their God-given right, and no one on earth has the right to take that away from them. And so I accept this honor, this award from the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations, even though I think I don't deserve it as an individual. But I dedicate it to the memory of those who have died from the hands of the Tambadou and their collaborators. I dedicate it to all those Rohingya victims who have given up their life. And I salute the courage of the Rohingya women and men who have spoken to me, who have spoken out and actually inspired me to take up this case and move forward with it. Because without their stories, without them sharing their pain, we perhaps would not have been here today. So they deserve to be saluted as well.
Honoring His Excellency Justice Minister Tambadou, and good evening. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On behalf of Rohingya people in Burma, I wish to express my deepest gratitude to His Excellency Justice Minister Abubacarr Tambadou for your tremendous courage in pursuing the justice for Rohingya people, ethnic minority in Burma, Myanmar, trying to save them from genocide. I also like to extend our sincere thanks to the people and government of Gambia for standing by the Rohingya people during this very traumatic, painful period, while millions of Rohingya were brutally forced out of their homeland of Arakan, known as Rakhine State. Rohingya genocide. It is truly a landmark in our history. Representing Rohingya people myself, it was a privilege for me to work side by side with His Excellency Minister and the attorneys in Holy Fork, including Attorney Arsalan Suleiman in this case. That's what I guess Minister has earlier told me, that he has been seeing me everywhere. So I said, yes, you've been seeing me everywhere with you, along with you in this case. Alhamdulillah, we are blessed, we are honored to have the privilege to work with His Excellency. The acts of genocide in Burma against Rohingya, it was done through very highly sophisticated blueprints. It is systemic, it is systematic, it is very sophisticated by government for over 4 decades. I myself is a living example of that, because I was born in Rakhine State. I went to school in Rakhine State. I went to college in Burma before I came to the United States. And when I was growing up, I have witnessed so many of these violations and violence during my childhood. I was growing up. I've seen that, these 2 eyes have seen many of them. And all the violations of, I'm not going to go into detail of violations because you have seen them in the media, read in the media, human rights violations of genocidal intent. It was clear to us from the day one that all these violations were doing with genocidal intent. But recently, in 2012, it really took a new turn, where Myanmar government, the Myanmar military, has committed gruesome killing of men, women, and children. Imagine throwing little babies, pulling from mother's lap and throwing to the fire. It is not genocide. What is genocide? Killing. Reuters has seen that picture reported. Even 2 journalists were jailed in Burma by military for reporting the mass killing and mass killing and burial and mass graves. If this is not genocide, what is it? Now, the case, alhamdulillah, with the effort, tremendous effort by our minister, the case is in the court, International Court of Justice. Government of, as you all know, government of Myanmar was ordered by the court to protect the Rohingya, to ensure that genocide is not taking place or they are not implicated in genocide, and there are particularly four measures, provisional measures was ordered to Myanmar government to take these measures, provisional measures. So now question comes, is Burma going to comply with this court order? My simple answer, straight answer is no. Nothing has changed. Now, over 2 months, nothing has changed on the ground today. Government of Burma may well report, because one of the, as you know, one of the four measures were reporting, providing report to ICJ within 4 months about this order, how they are complying. So Myanmar government apparently is preparing a report to show cosmetic thing, just like they showed the soccer team picture in the hearing. So they have, so according to ground report, they are dismantling some of the IDP camps, and some of the locally displaced inside Rakhine State, locally displaced Rohingya are allowed to return to their original homes. And then so on and so forth, that kind of thing. This is even not minuscule. This is just a show. It is not addressing, Burma is not addressing the issue that the order was given by ICJ. It's just showing some, like soccer ball team, like some couple of IDPs moving around. In order to solve this issue of genocide and the rights of Rohingya, all other things intertwined, there has to be fundamental change in the system, on the ground in the system. This is not an issue, crisis of a couple of Rohingya families. The issue is magnitude of this issue involves 4 million Rohingya. There are 4 million Rohingya inside and outside Burma. This issue, this crisis of 4 million people is like a size of a country. So therefore this issue is very serious. We call on the international community, including the Court of Justice and all the countries in the world, to exert heavy pressure, not just usual pressure, heavy pressure on Myanmar government, number one, to stop killing Rohingya. It's taking place today as we speak. Yesterday, 5 people are killed, according to the VOA reports. 5 people are killed. They are killing every day Rohingya. They are killing Rohingya. This is, Rohingya people are not in war with Myanmar government, not in armed conflict with government. The armed conflict between Myanmar government and Arakan army, the Buddhist separatist army, we have nothing to do with it. They should not, Myanmar government should not blanketly shoot, fire heavy artillery on Rohingya villages. That's what not what Rakhine army is, Buddhist army is. So we have been, casualty has been mounting day after day. Myanmar government must stop that. There has to be a reason why Myanmar army is shelling Rohingya villages. If there's a reason, that's evident. Evidently, they want them to leave. They want to force them out. That's number one. Number two, protection of Rohingya. This is very critical. Who is going to protect Rohingya? Myanmar army, Myanmar armed forces, police. They are the very forces that's been killing Rohingya. So how they can protect Rohingya? So there has to be international mechanism. There has to be safe zone. There has to be safe zone, international involvement, so that we can protect Rohingya. Number three, pressure on Myanmar government, reinstating our full citizenship that we have had since independence 1947. Like any other ethnic minorities in Burma, reinstating not only the citizenship, full citizenship, class 1 citizenship, not class 3. and restatement of all human rights, basic human rights and ethnic rights, including the name Rohingya. The name Rohingya is a legitimate name. It was legitimate name before military took over the power in 1962. It was recognized by the Myanmar government. We have Rohingya broadcasting in Burmese government radio program as an ethnic minority program, just like what VOA is doing now. We need that government, need the pressure on Myanmar government about citizenship. I'm going to take a couple of minutes about this very central issue, citizenship. That's how genocide started. We must, international community must exert the pressure on Myanmar government to stop NVC. NVC is a process leading to some kind of naturalized citizenship. It's a scheme. Naturalized citizenship is a scheme. Why am I insisting on that? I'll show you, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the naturalization of Rohingya. Those very Rohingya which were the citizen of Myanmar for centuries, they want to naturalize them now. It's a scheme. Class 1, Class 2, Class 3 citizenship. Rohingya used to be Class 1. Now they want to do Class 3 and then you apply. This is the instrument of genocide. The gene. The Myanmar government is investigating the gene of Rohingya. You have the ancestry of Rohingya. Your great-grandfather, mother's great-grandfather. So how you came, and this is a diagram they want Rohingya to fill out. Okay, so they are investigating the gene of Rohingya to conduct the genocide. Worstly, look at this. In this NVC process that must be stopped by international community, Rohingya people are required to do NVC and then they can apply for naturalized citizenship. There are 4 or 5 pages of that. There's a section for applicant. I did not bring the other 2 pages. There's a section for the father, section for the mother. I highlighted it here. Okay? What is there are name, there are religion, there are ethnicity name, and date of birth, profession, all that, right? And number 12, it said, when did you arrive in Burma? When did you come to Burma? Okay? Number 12 item. You have to, the applicant has to fill out, the father has to fill out, the mother has to fill out. This, when did you arrive Burma and which town you have arrived in Burma? That's number 12. Number 13, how did you come? How do you cross the border? How do you come to Burma? By boat? In Burmese, by boat or by sea? The very citizen Class 1 citizen Rohingya, Myanmar government is asking to naturalize them, to fill up the form saying that when did they come from another country? How did they come from another country? Okay? We have 1400 years of history. Okay? I get emotional about this. So, it is not genocide. What is it? You're trying to killing, thousands of people are killed. Thousands of people have been raped. Thousands of children have been transferred or killed. So this is something that government is, right now as we speak. Yesterday's report, the Sikwe township, this Aumingala quarter of Rohingya, an area in Sikwe township, 970 households were forced to do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, now you can decide why we are in such a crisis, because it is systemic, it's systematic, it's by the government. Now, I would like to conclude with this remark. I want to express our heartfelt gratitude to Your Excellency for your heroic undertaking at the International Court of Justice to save the Rohingya from Burma. Inshallah, your legacy will go into history book of humanity.
publicly take credit for embodying to secure the poor Rohingya from the cold-blooded savagery their women, their children, and their elderly have so long endured. Rather, it was your words, Minister Tambadou, that ranked out above all the nations of the earth to give voice to the powerless Rohingya, and to thereby exalt the Gambia as the boldest champion of human rights on earth. Your voice showed the Gambia to be the nation of the most human and humane ambition to lead, not by high talk, but by risky and gallant example. Let us say it out loud then. The Gambia alone, when it comes to humanity and human rights, walks the walk. With the humbleness, yet resolved to truth, that evoked the ideal of Islam and the character of the Prophet, peace be upon him, you showed the world that a country does not have to have a military might or economic power to uphold the God-given morality of even the least among us, and to fearlessly denounce the pharaohs of our times and their oppressions. You showed the nations what it means to valiantly take up the stance of the human beings as vicegerent of God on earth, and to honor our legal obligations and moral responsibilities that exist for all states, big and small. I cannot end before saying in this gathering to you, my respected, and may I say, dear brother, for you have raised our hearts and our heads with exemplary demonstration of the faith and the oneness of God. We, so many of us, proclaim, God has indeed honored you for your bravery in vindicating the humanity of all of us and affirming his justice to be done. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught us that the greatest striving in the path of God that any believer can do is to speak the word of truth to an unjust and oppressive tyrant. And you, Minister Tambadou, who again, I will say, we are proud to claim as our esteemed brother, have done this. Not once, as in your outspoken and on behalf of the belligerent Rohingya, but my Lord, twice. For God chose you also to prosecute the ringleaders of the 1994 Rwanda genocide against the Tutsis at the United Nations Rwanda Tribunal from 2008 to 2011. We are indeed most humbled to have you among us, to call you our brother, and to confer upon you, on behalf of the America's Muslims, the highest award of honor in recognition for your courageous pursuit of justice. Thank you. May Allah bless you, and congratulations.